Walmart just changed the creator world forever. And honestly, I didn't believe it until I saw it with my own eyes. Picture this, you have Dolby Atmos speakers, multi-camera video setups, professional podcast booths that literally rival Hollywood studios, music production suites, animation studios, and live stream setups. It's all inside of a Walmart. I know what you're thinking, Nick, that's impossible. A professional content studio inside of a store known for Yodel Kid and Gail Lewis. But when I kept seeing the rumors online, I had to know the truth. So I drove to Franklin, Tennessee to see if the fuss was worth all the hype. Buckle up because we're about to go inside the first professional content studio inside of a major retail store. This is Create It Studios. The concept is simple but revolutionary. Make professional creative tools accessible to everyone. No more needing fancy studios or industry hookups to create good content. Think about it. Traditionally, if you wanted to book a podcast or film in a high production studio, you'd need to throw hundreds of dollars per hour in a studio in LA or even here in Nashville. You would need connections, credentials, and deep pockets. But someone finally asked the pivotal question. What if we put that same professional equipment in the most accessible place in America? And that place, my friend, is Walmart. They partnered with Full Sail University, one of the most respected media arts school in the entire country. And this was to bring legitimate industry standard equipment and education to everyday people. And this isn't some amateur experiment. This is a serious play to democratize professional content creation. So this Franklin location is the pilot. It is 2,200 square feet of full creative potential, and if it succeeds, we could see these things popping up in Walmarts all across the country. But here's what really got my attention. It was the pricing. We're talking $60 to $100 per hour for equipment that would cost tens of thousands of dollars to access. That's not just affordable, that is game-changing. All right, so I made it to the world's first Walmart that has a content studio inside of it here in Franklin, Tennessee. I'm super interested because there's so many spaces like this all over the place, and I've never really heard of it being inside of a Walmart. In fact, I don't really even go in Walmart anyways. It literally looks like a spaceship. Dude, what is up?
Welcome to Creative Studios.
Thank you, this place is sick.
You like it?
Yeah, looks like a spaceship.
Diego, he's gonna be
What's up, bro?
showing you around.
Nice to meet you. And this was just the entrance. What I found inside completely changed my perspective on what's possible.
Fridays, we host an open mic night.
Okay.
Anybody can come in, Walmart, people walking by.
I definitely need that because I don't know what the heck any of that is.
So this is actually Leslie Brathwaite, 23-time Grammy winner, who won with Beyonce's Cowboy Carter, his 23rd Grammy.
When they mentioned Grammy winners, I realized that this wasn't some amateur setup. This was the real deal. I could do a podcast in here. It's very comfortable. Bro, I love how easy it is. Cause like at home on my studio, bro, I'm like tripping over my wires, everything. I don't know what's going on.
We love cable management here. It's one of our
need to take your course.
This is gonna be our radio station professional level group podcast setting.
We're diving right into it?
We're diving right into
I
it.
didn't prep for the pod. Yeah, dude, I might have to start filming my YouTube videos here.
It's pretty cool. All for $70 an hour.
That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Most studios are like $200-300 an hour at least. I thought I knew what to expect, but I was completely wrong.
I don't have access to a laptop. I don't have access to a camera. So we provide all of that for you, all in that cost.
That's huge.
You know, we want to take that out of the equation. This one over here, we already have some people in there maybe working on the next project, who knows? But in there is our multimedia suite. We have two of them, same size, same dimension.
Is that a movie going on in there? What is that?
It is. So this is actually a stop motion film that I created. It took me 3 hours for 24 seconds of film.
Oh my God.
You just go to Walmart and you get, toys from the toy aisle. You set them up and you take pictures and you show it to a movie production.
I wish I had this as a kid because no joke, I would do stop motion, but it would be like on my DS from the camera. And it would be like my army little toys. So dude, it was so bad. But if I had something like that, at least from the creative aspect, it would have expanded my horizon even more.
Over here in Studio 6 is essentially the same thing as the multimedia rooms, but it all goes
bigger.
back to accessibility. Yes, you may notice that it's a little bit longer, a little bit wider. It's because we want it to be wheelchair accessible. Do you want to see what I like to believe is our prized possession?
I've heard some things about it when I did research, so I can see a little bit in there. That hit me. For a few minutes, I completely forgot where I was. This wasn't just professional equipment. This was a completely different experience.
That is insane.
I believe this is the most intimate Dolby certified studio anywhere.
You're scaring me, bro. I gotta sit in the mothership, the pilot seat. It's like 4-dimensional from what I'm experiencing. That's crazy.
Almost like a 4K or...
It's definitely 4K quality. I don't know if there's anything else you can play here. That's wild.
You forget we're in a Walmart right now because of the mood lighting, the sound
100%.
quality. Once we exit out those doors, you're gonna be
Back to reality.
back to reality.
If I could film, edit, sleep in here, like I definitely would. You have an overnight rate.
I don't know about sleep here, but you can definitely edit in here because these consoles, yeah, they're really cool with the Dolby Atmos. A lot of people are like, why can't I just do this at home? And then you realize wiring.
Oh my god. Yeah, my apartment would explode.
I lived in a studio apartment. I couldn't even get an outlet that worked.
Bro.
Seeing the infrastructure behind it all made me truly realize the scale of what they built. This wasn't just some mics in a room. This was serious.
I am genuinely blown away. You guys talked a little bit more of like the mission and the values, and I align with that. I think that's more important than just doing something.
We're doing the complete opposite. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a pro, all are welcome. We want to give them an opportunity to come into a safe place where they can be around like-minded people that are all passionate about the same thing and say, hey, don't be nervous, we've got you. There's so many different paths that they can go down. So we also want to kind of like inspire the next generation of creatives and let them know there's additional opportunities, not just in front of the microphone, but even behind the microphone.
I was doing stop motion as a kid with like my DS. So you can imagine the quality of that. I borrowed a friend's camera where the lens was like broken. I had to shake the camera to get the piece out of the frame, but like that's all I had. But if I had access to something like this, even just for creativity, I can only imagine what we'd be making right now.
We want to eliminate the barrier to entry, $60 to $100 per hour for each of the studios, which is
Compared to other stuff.
unbelievably affordable. All of those events that we host in here are completely free, so we want to make it accessible to as many creators as possible.
Now here's why this matters way beyond having a cool studio inside of Walmart. We're witnessing a fundamental shift in how business happens. You see, video isn't just entertainment anymore, it is the new storefront. The creator economy is projected to hit $500 billion by 2027. That's billion with a B. Every business, every professional, and every entrepreneur needs to be thinking like a media company because your audience discovery happens on social media. Your credibility gets built through consistent content. And more sales happen because people trust you through your videos. But here's the problem that most creators face. It's the infrastructure gap. You need professional content, but some people can't afford these $300 hour rates. Or you can't justify turning your entire garage into a content studio. Or you don't have the technical knowledge to set up your audio, your video, and your lighting. Create It Studio solves that problem. You pay for what you get for when you use it. Now, as someone that has run a content agency for over 3 years now, and I've helped dozens of business owners grow their personal brand, I can tell you that production quality matters now more than ever. The bar keeps getting higher and higher, not only in production quality, but also in the way in which you storytell. You see, many viewers are turned off by a poor video that is filmed on a webcam just sitting on top of your computer that instantly destroys your credibility within your space. But this studio in this Walmart inside of Tennessee gives creators the opportunity to use professional equipment that Hollywood studios would use. That's what media freedom looks like, and it's what the industry has been crying for. But here's what really excites me. If this pilot succeeds, we will see these things popping up all over America, and this is gonna make content creation tools accessible now more than ever. Now you may be asking, how could I actually use this? Think about it, you can batch a month's worth of high quality video content in a single session. We're talking professional lighting, perfect audio, multiple camera angles, content that positions you as the premium option in your field. If you're building a personal brand, you can create a new podcast series, film YouTube videos, and make as much social media content that you want all at once. So if you're a small business owner, you can literally film product demonstrations, maybe client testimonials, and brand videos that compete with competitors 10 times your size. Now here's where it gets cooler. Creative Studios is hosting workshops and events. They have free training sessions on how to film a podcast, how to edit videos, how to set up your lighting. You're not just renting a space, you're joining a community of content creators. And you're continually growing your skills and learning how to get attention. I'll be honest, I've been in the space for years and I've never seen anything like this. Walmart didn't just build a studio, they gave us a glimpse of the future into retail. And I'm gonna go ahead and predict and say that it is going to be normal in the future for people to literally be in the storefront live selling products on social media. This is what happens when traditional industries realize that the creator economy isn't just a trend, it is the new economy. Content creation is becoming essential as any other business skill. And infrastructure like this makes it accessible to everyone. If you're a creator, influencer, or business owner watching this, the question isn't whether you need professional content, the question is how do you get it? And if Creative Studio expands to your city, well, you have your answer. Now this is just the beginning. We're about to see a world where professional content is as easy as going to the gym, and where small businesses can compete with brands 10 times their size in regards to content quality. And most importantly, where your zip code doesn't determine your access to opportunity. If this video changed how you think about content creation, then go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'm on the cutting edge of the evolution of the creator and social media economy. And trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next.